Good morning, students. 9th Standard Science. Lesson number 18, Organization of Tissues. The last class we have studied about meristem, the type of the meristem and the characteristic of the meristem. Today we are going to study about the permanent tissues. Permanent tissues are those in which growth has stopped either completely or for the time being. It means nothing. The permanent tissues is different from the meristematic tissues. Meristematic tissues, they have the capable of to produce the another cells, but permanent tissues not like that. They are incapable of to produce another cells, but permanent tissues are mature cells, but meristematic tissues are immature cells. So at the time they become meristem partially or wholly. And permanent tissues are two types, namely simple tissues, another one is a complex tissues. So one more questions they may ask, permanent tissues are dash and dash, that is a simple tissues, another one is a complex. So simple tissues, one of the permanent tissues. So what are the character of the simple tissues? What is the simple tissues? Simple tissues are the homogeneous tissues. It means nothing. The structures are similar as well as the functions are the similar. So simple tissues are the homogeneous tissues composed of structurally and functionally similar cells. So that we call is a simple tissues. Two more questions they may ask. So the type of the simple tissues, one is a parenchyma cells, collenchyma cells and sclerenchyma cells. So what are the character of the parenchyma cells? Parenchyma cells are a simple permanent tissues composed of the living cells. One more questions they ask. Permanent tissues considered as a living cells. So permanent cells are thin walled. It means very light and oval shape, rounded and polygonal in shape. So these are the permanent tissue of the parenchyma cells shape, but with a well developed space among them. It means they have the intercellular space. In between the two cells there is a space or presence. In an aquatic plant, parenchyma cells possess intercellular air space. So we should know what you mean by aquatic plant. Aquatic plant is nothing, the water plant, the plant which live in water. There the parenchyma cells special character. So in between the intercellular of the cells they have the air space, airs or presence, and its name they are called aerenchyma. So two more questions they may ask. What is aerenchyma? Aerenchyma is nothing. In aquatic plant, parenchyma possesses intercellular air space. They are called aerenchyma. So these parenchyma cell exposed to the light, they develop chloroplast, and that we call chlorenchyma. So the chlorenchyma is always involved in photosynthesis. So look at the pictures. The first one is a parenchyma cells. So each cells, in between the two cells or four cells there is a space that we call is a intercellular space. The other side that is a aerenchyma cells. So this always present in the aquatic plants and water plants. And here chlorenchyma cells. Chlorenchyma cells is nothing. The parenchyma cells have chloroplast that we are called is a chlorenchyma cells. What are the functions of the parenchyma cells? So mainly the parenchyma cells store the water and food material. Parenchyma cells store water in many succulent and xerophytic plants. So we should know what you mean by succulent. Its succulent is nothing. The aquatic plants as well as the xerophytic plants, they have the special characters. So particularly in the xerophytic plants, they have the succulent, it's nothing fleshy, regions of the plants. So the parenchyma cell, it mainly have the function of storage of the water in a xerophytic plants. And absorptions, so it may help the root to absorb the water. 5.C, so the seeds, the parenchyma cells is a help to carry it one place to another place. We call is a hydrophily. And then another one is a secretions. So secretions, the parenchyma cells is a help to secrete the certain type of the pigments which help for the growth of the plants. Maybe in the chlorenchyma, they will help for to produce the chlorophyll. The chlorophyll always is help the photosynthesis. So next, chlorenchyma cells. Chlorenchyma cells is a living cells. So as we studies the parenchyma also is a living cells. So it is found beneath of epidermis. The epidermis is the layer of the outermost of the stem and outermost of the root. And the cells are is a elongated, evenly thickness, non-lignified. So we cannot say that is all the cells are in the same size, same thickness. So there will be variations. The chlorenchyma cells, rectangular follicle shape, tapering end. It means it is not very sharp end. Persistent protoplast. It is maybe is a permanent protoplast or presence. They possess thick primary non-lignified cells or presence. The main functions of the chlorenchyma cells, it will give the mechanical support to the plants. It will give the support to the organ. It means the strength will be given by the chlorenchyma. So look at the pictures. So this chlorenchyma cells. So it is a tapering end. It is not very sharp. So uneven shape. The cells are is a similar in size, lignified. So this also it's a very good pictures of the chlorenchyma cells. So today we have studied the permanent tissues. So the permanent tissues are two types. One is a simple tissues, another one is a complex tissues. The simple tissues are classified three. One is a parenchyma cell, chlorenchyma cell, and sclerenchyma cells. So until now we have studied the parenchyma cells. Parenchyma cells is further classified as a parenchyma and chlorenchyma. Chlorenchyma, it's give the mechanical support to the plants. So thank you. Next class we will study about the sclerenchyma.